Hello, this is Manish Patel with ichimokutrade.com and alerttrades.com. We got another great trade review with the IMTF indicator. This IMTF indicator is becoming really popular. More and more people are using it, and you're going to see exactly why. In our Options University, one of the things that we teach our students is how to sit there and look at a trade right before earnings, a stock trade right before earnings, look at all the Ichimoku rules, predict which way it's going to go, and then put option trades on it based on the volatility of that particular option. So I'm going to show you step by step on how we took two trades, one with OLN and also the other one with Manhattan Associates, and we made great 3-to-1 reward risk profits on these trades. One of them, OLN, we've already taken profits, and we'll show you why. Manhattan, we're still in that trade right now. Okay, so let's go for a normal disclaimer to state this is for education use only. We're not soliciting you buy or selling a particular instrument. If you do so, you're doing that at your own risk. All information is owned by EII Capital Group. It cannot be copied or distributed without our written permission. We are broker neutral, but today we're going to be showing you trading views since that's where the indicator is available. Okay, here's our contact information. So if you have any questions, you can email us at info@eiicapital.com. Okay, so let's get to the charts. Okay, so here's a chart for OLN. This is basically the weekly chart here, and this is one of the things we teach our students is to look at the weekly time frame before earnings, and based on the Ichimoku values and everything, determine exactly which way it's going. Now you can't really see it right here, but you could see this is the week here. This is what's happened with earnings right now. But you could see a week here, but there's like a little cross here, black cross here on this red line. For us in the Ichimoku world, that basically means it's a buying opportunity here. So that's a major support here that's holding here. So you could see this week opened up here, went a little lower here, and before earnings, it was actually above that level. So that was telling us to basically buy this option going into earnings because it had a high probability of still continuing to go up and move this trend forward. The next question is, how far will it go up? Because if it doesn't go up that much on earnings, it's not worth taking that trade. Because if it doesn't give us a potential 3-to-1, it's not worth even looking at that trade. So since we don't really have any resistances above here in the weekly time frame, we're going to look at the monthly time frame. So here's the monthly time frame here. You could see this is price right now. You could see there's nothing above us here. So we have to look back at past IMTF values. And you could see what we're looking for are crosses and dots that basically started major trends. So you could see there's a cross here, so that's one resistance here, and there's a cross here that starts this resistance here. So which one's the closest one? This one right here. So if you can look here, we draw a line here, that's a major resistance. And you could see right now, even though the thing gapped all the way up to $29.07, it's holding this resistance value here. In fact, if it holds there and starts to go down, a lot of people are going to look at this as a head and shoulder pattern, which will pretty much start to go down. But you can't really tell that yet right now until you kind of see some more price action. But either way, our goal is to take profits here at this point right there, which is roughly around $29. This is one reason why we basically entered the trade. We got our risk to reward, and then we basically exited the trade. Let me show you the options that we took, and we'll go from there. So here's an option that we pretty much took with this trade here. You could see that basically we bought the March $28 calls, and you could barely see it, it's roughly around about $51 a contract. So this is showing you one contract here, so you guys could see exactly what you can make off one. And you could see right now when I took a snapshot of this risk graph here that we're already at $150 profit. That means basically if you look at this now, we're pretty much very close to a 3-to-1 reward risk ratio. When I did take this trade off, we were at the 3-to-1, that's why we took it off. So we're pretty much profitable, and at that point price was pretty much at that level that we wanted. So this is a great reward risk trade there. Let me show you Manhattan Associates, which is another one. Here's Manhattan Associates, and you could see in here you have these black crosses here that represent basically the swing and long-term traders, and you could see that these black crosses are going down. And you could see right here you had a black cross here, and you had a black cross there, and then you had a purple dot, which is a day and swing trader. So before earnings, this was at a major resistance here, so it had a high probability, believe it or not, going down. You also know this is in a red shaded area. That means there was a bearish setup here with a multiple time frame resistance, which is exactly what we're looking for, and that's one of the reasons why we basically pulled the trigger and found an option that was cheap to pretty much go to take this thing short. And you could see it's short right now, and if you look at the monthly time frame, Here's a monthly time frame here. If you look at the monthly time frame, this has all the way the ability to come to pretty much this support here. Well, you can't see them, but there's dots here and dots right there. So this is the major support here. So this has a potential coming all the way down to $40.63. Now, we're already at a 3-to-1, so we already took half our positions off. We tightened up our stop. So we're in this safely, and it's a no-risk trade. Now our goal is to pretty much to take it to this black line in preserve mode with a tight stop. However far it goes, that's pretty much where we'll take our profits. But this is another great trade here that we basically use the IMTF indicator along with the concepts that we teach in Options University, how to predict 1 day before earnings announcement which way a particular instrument's going to go, put on the option trade based on volatility, and then basically get try to get a 3-to-1 reward risk ratio right after earnings, which is very hard for a lot of people to do, but with the accuracy, with our rules, and with the MTF indicator, we have a high probability of doing that. Okay. If you want to see more of the IMTF indicator, it's available on the TradingView platform. If you don't know anything about TradingView, you could go here to this link and it'll take you to the TradingView website. It's an online charting platform, one of the best that we've seen. And if you want to purchase the indicator, we have a promotion right now for a limited time where basically it's only $99 a year. That's less than 41 cents a day, believe it or not. It's very cheap. So this is an annual subscription here of $99 a year, but it basically gives you the ability to find all the multiple time frame support resistances for any particular instrument. Now today we showed you the IMTF indicator with Ichimoku. We are going to be coming out with a various video series of how you could use this indicator to optimize other technical systems out there from Fibonacci, Elliott waves, and so forth. So stay tuned for those videos.